No gold is not in her. She's a dime.
Welcome to another wonderful edition of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy. We're having a bit of a malfunction right now with some of the equipment, so we're doing a little bit differently today. That's why I've got these headphones on. Today's actually kind of important for you to think about, and I actually posted this to a Facebook group that I'm a member of, and it got taken down only because there was some fear of how the reaction would be to it. But I think this is very, very important to get out there. There's some turmoil obviously going on in the country right now, and I just got done reading an article that across the country there were 8 major comic book stores that were all looted, and that goes beyond all of the other looting that went on, the liquor stores, the drug stores, the Targets, the Walmarts, all that sort of thing. Just a terrible time right now. And I think it's more important than ever going forward that you know your source. And by that I mean there's going to be some amount of stuff that was looted that will come up for sale on various marketplaces, whether it be Facebook, Craigslist, local flea market, garage sale, all that sort of thing. Use your head. Don't do anything stupid purchasing anything that you know better than to purchase. And by that I mean you go out to a guy and he's got a DeWalt drill, something or other like that, and you're talking to him and it's brand new, sealed, and he says, hey, do you want 5 more? Don't buy it. It's just not worth buying. If you do purchase it and you do ship it across state lines, you are breaking federal law. Up here in Rochester, there have been a number of pawn shops that have been busted. One ran something like $15 million. You can look it up on Google to get the exact story. But it was around $15 million worth of stuff they sold through eBay and other places like that they had groups of people stealing stuff for them. There were at least 1 or 2 other pawn stores up this way that did the same thing, and they're in major, major trouble. So do the right thing. If you have questions, walk away from it. You know who you deal with regularly, you know what they normally deal in. If they're suddenly in some oddball line of business, tell them thanks but no thanks, and just keep walking. Especially important as far as the comic book side of things go, because people do keep track, especially with graded comics, they do keep track of the comics. So let's say that some graded comics were looted and they come up for sale in the secondary market and you end up buying it. I'm not a lawyer, but I did take law and business, business law class back in college, and I know that something stolen you can never get clear title to. In other words, I buy it from somebody and the original owner can show that it was his, which, submission to CGC, he kept track of the number on the certificate, all that sort of thing. He can come back, contact the police, and don't think that they will not be looking on places like eBay, things like that, for the graded comic books to be coming up. And by law, given that I don't have title, I have to hand it over, and I'm out my money. I can go after the person I purchased it from, but I'm out my money. So be especially careful now. Make sure that you do know who you're buying things from. And again, if it seems weird and doesn't seem to be an explanation for what you're buying, don't buy it. Just the best bit of advice I can give you, and I think it's really, really important right now because again, you're going to start seeing a lot of stuff showing up that the people selling it to be nice do not have clear title to. And again, that title never passes because somewhere along the line there's no clear title. After that point on, there's never clear title. And again, consult a lawyer if you have any questions about that. I am not one, but I do know enough to know that that happens. You can't wash the item, that sort of thing. So be very, very careful out there. Stay safe and pray for America. We're in tough times. But don't add to the problem by buying something that you know you shouldn't be buying. Thank you. Stay safe.